So turn we go to Bowling Green. Let's get you the starting fives first. It's an unchanged starting five for head coach Fred Shamil and Bowling Green. Paige Kohler, Tia Ellis, Kira Miller, Lauren Gherkin, and Janaea Donahue. Runs out the five for UC Irvine. We'll get you the starting laps here in just a moment's notice as Kira Miller drives down the left side, has a wide open three from the left wing. That one's just a bit short. Rebound here from Lauren Gherkin. Gherkin goes up strong. Was guarded by a couple of anteaters there, and the ball is taken away. And now here comes back the other way. This is Wynn once again. Nice shot there over into the corner is good. First basket made of the tournament. First basket made of the game here from Shariel Nawam. That is one of the stars here for UC Irvine. Shariel Nawam, Daniela Falcon Hernandez, Lauren Matson, Hunter Hernandez, and Jada Wynn runs out the starting 11 there for head coach Tamara Inoue, who is the UCI winningest head coach in program history, 165 to 118 in wins. 2-0 UC Irvine here. 8:28 left to play here in the first quarter. Paige Kohler will bounce pass it to Donahue, top of the key. She'll drive inside the left. Kicks outside to a wide open three in the left wing. Kohler off front iron. No good there. Donahue trying to get into the rebound. It goes right into the hands of Jada Wynn again. She's had a couple of rebounds early in this one. Here's Donahue over the top of Wynn. This one rolls in and out. Rebounding here from Gherkin. 2 minutes down here in this first quarter here in Anchorage, Alaska. 2-0 Anteaters. Here's Donahue in the right corner. Driven inside to the baseline, outside right wing down Miller. Miller top of the key to Gherkin. Gherkin switches out left here to Kohler. Kohler working inside. 1-on-1 here with Madsen. A lot of contact. Got out to Donahue. 6 in the shot clock. Her shot rolled off front of the rim and was no good. Bowling Green 0 for 4 here to start this one. Madsen, left wing. Outside gets it out. Here to Hunter Hernandez. We'll talk a whole lot about here as the broadcast goes on. Hernandez, that's touchdown there from Kohler, the two most important players for both sides here this evening. And a foul and a whistle, so 17 on the shot clock. Excuse me, no, the shot clock will reset up to 20. It'll be her first personal foul. 7:29 left to play here in this one. Kira Miller will check out. Kaya Woods will come in for Bowling Green. Bowling Green 0 for 3 here from beyond the arc. It'll be inbound here from Nawam. Gets it out to Hunter Hernandez, leads it off. Hernandez to Wynn. Wynn drives inside on Gherkin. Strong take there. No good. And they're going to get Lauren Gherkin here for a foul. So it'll be Gherkin's first. And Hunter Hernandez will have a lot of credit for that play. Again, that pass off to Wynn. Wynn, who already has a game-high 3 rebounds, will go to the free throw line. First one is up and good. Make it 3-0 UC Irvine. Second attempt up there from Wynn is up and good. Wynn is someone who spent the last 2 years at Texas Tech, played her freshman season at Colorado in her third stop. Native from Yorba Linda, California. Here come Bowling Green back there way to get their first points of the tournament. Here's Woods. Heavy defensive play here from the Anteaters. Gets out to Donahue, out to the right wing, now Gherkin. Gherkin out to Woods. Couple step overs. Shot clock in the single digits, down to 7. Woods hands it out. Donahue. Donahue will try a 3. That one all rolls in and outside the rim. Almost a 3 there for number 3. Loose ball. Kohler almost stole it. Slow shooting start here to this one here for Bowling Green. Nawam. Feeds inside to the post. Wynn double team with Donahue Woods. Donahue steals it away. Here's Donahue on the fast break. Long switch out to Gherkin. Gherkin out to Woods, top of the key. Still remains 4-0 UC Irvine. 6:25 left to play here in the first. Still looking for the first points, Bowling Green. Donahue feeding inside, looking for Ellis. It was poked away initially from Falcon Hernandez. Ellis puts it up a little bit short. Rebound from Falcon Hernandez. Here come the Eaters. The other way, here's Wynn. Spin moves on Woods. A shot off the glass a little bit short. The scraps picked up from Hernandez. That one short. Rebound again from Wynn over Woods. This 3 ball ricochets in and out. That was Madsen. Couldn't get it there. Rebound taken away from Wynn. Kohler put her hands up there. She is fouled. They'll get Kohler. And it looks like they're going to tag Kohler. This is going to be her second personal foul early in this one. How about that? And the team's third, Janaya Bland Fitzpatrick, will come to this game for Kohler. So Jaden Nguyen will go to the free throw line for the second time this game. That first one is up and good. So 5-0 now UC Irvine, under 6 minutes to play. Second one up and good, so making a perfect 4 from 4 from the line from her. Bowling Green almost halfway through the first quarter, still looking for those first points. Following this game will be St. Thomas taking on the host school, University of Alaska Anchorage. The winner will advance to the championship game. Just like the winner of this one, they'll play at 11:30 Eastern Time, 7:15 Alaska Time. Here tomorrow night, we'll have the call here on Falcon Radio for Bowling Green's game. They win here, they'll play at 5:15 Eastern. If they lose, it'll be 7:15 in the championship game. It's been a slow start here. Here's Woods, drives inside. Woods, strong take there. A little bit too strong there. That was Falcon Hernandez that stood in her way, put her arms up. Didn't get her feet set. They'll get her tag for her first personal foul, and Kai Woods will go to the charity stripe to give Bowling Green's first points in this one. I want to give a big thank you to all the listeners that came over and stick with us from Bowling Green Volleyball. As MAC tournament quarterfinals win against the Ohio Bobcats, winning in 4 sets. Ben Cork, Andrew Smith did a fantastic job on the call there. They're going to face the Western Michigan Broncos tomorrow night in the semifinals round. That's going to be on Falcon Radio once again. Packed schedule. We can hear hockey in action along tonight here at St. Thomas. Nathan Burkett on the call. Their big game for our hockey team. Kai Woods, their 1 from 2 trip to the free throw line. So the first point in for Bowling Green. 6-1 is the score. Bowling Green, 0 for 7 from the floor. This stays with it for the Orange and Brown. Ellis shot there a little bit short. It goes right into the hands there of Naram. Naram that will start a fast break here as the substitute coming in. Naomi Zone Hogui. Mid-range jumper there. Hunter Hernandez, and she drains it. Her first points of the contest, Hunter Hernandez. 2-time first-team All-Big West after missing the entire 23-24 season ACL injury. 4-time league selection. One of the best players. And the Big West Conference was All-Big West preseason first-team selection as well. Bounce pass inside. Bowling Green looking to get something going. Here's Gherkin. She'll try a 3. Lauren Gherkin off front iron. No good. Rebounded here from Nalani Stores. He's just getting her first minutes of action as well. Hunter Hernandez again gets by Donahue. Mid-range jumper. Hernandez off front of the rim. Boy, how did that one not fly? I have no idea. It's rebounding here from Woods. He's looking to go quick on the fast break. Kai Woods found a seam. A little too strong there. Went underneath the basket. Here come the Ears back to their way. 8-1 is your score. UC Irvine. 4:25 left to play here in the first quarter. Hunter Hernandez guarded by Ellis. Spins around. Moves inside the circle here. Wide open 3. That is way too strong there for Madsen. Overshot the rim. Here's Woods. A little too much contact there from the new player checked in, Naomi Zonson Hawig, the French native. We'll finally get to our first media timeout. Not the offensive start Bowling Green wanted. 8-1 UC Irvine is your score. 4:15 left to play here. Don't go anywhere. Listen to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on Falcon Radio.
Check out bgfalconmedia.com for previews, recaps, photos, videos, and more of the Falcons.
Here at Airline Center here in Anchorage, Alaska. Lucas Kleinmeyer along to the broadcast with you. 8-1 UC Irvine is your score. I forgot to mention this timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can find the latest menu at the juniperbrew.com. Apologies there. I'll be better about that once we start. Jasmine Fern has entered the game here for Bowling Green, showing bound this one to Woods. It's Fern, Woods, Jaden Cook, who's checked in as well. Donahue and Bland Fitzpatrick on the floor for Bowling Green. Here's Donahue. Kohler's had 2 personal fouls, so she's out in this contest here early for Bowling Green. Bland Fitzpatrick drives to the rim. I do believe they're going to get a call here on Jade Wynn. And instead that's going to be on Nalani Stores, actually, indeed. Bland Fitzpatrick went up. Couldn't get it to go. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first. And Woods will inbound. And to Donahue. Here's Donahue. Spin moves out to Woods. Woods top of the key. Guarded this time by Wynn. Out to Fern for 3. Jasmine Fern a little bit short there. Bowling Green still looking to get their first field goal of the game. They're 0 for 11 now. Back the other way, Wynn. Out to Madsen. Madsen turns, looks. Gets it to Nawam. Back to Madsen here, top of the key, guard by Bland Fitzpatrick. Drives left mid-range floater, drains it. That's going to be her first points of the contest. And it's now 10-1 UC Irvine, 3:19 left here in the first quarter. Woods, Donahue. Here's Woods to Fern on the left wing. Fern out to Bland Fitzpatrick. Bland Fitzpatrick spins. Drives inside, gets it out to Donahue. Donahue, 3 on the shot clock. Cook inside the post, Jaden Cook, and just couldn't get that one to go. Stolen back away here from Fern. It's good there from Fern there. The Bowling got the shot just right when the shot clock expired to keep this possession alive. Fern, heavily guard here from Zonzon Howinga. Donahue to Woods. Woods, 5 on the shot clock. Step back move, 3 from Kyle Woods, and just a little bit short and no good. 0 for 13 now, Bowling Green. Long outlet pass is good. Transition defense non-existent there for Bowling Green. Stores put that one up and in. 12-1 is your score, UC Irvine. 11-point lead. Timeout's going to need to be taken here from Fred Shamil and Bowling Green. My goodness, this has been a disastrous offensive start to this game. 0 for 13 from the field, 0 for 7 from the 3. Only point coming from Kyle Wood to the charity stripe line. Timeout, once again, is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can see the latest menu visiting juniperbrew.com. We'll stay right here on the broadcast. It's been a fast start to this one. 2:17 left here in the first quarter. 12-1 UC Irvine is the score. The Anteaters are shooting 4 for 11, 0 for 2 from 3, but Bowling Green has had such a lack of offensive production so far in this game. It's amazing they're only down by 11 so far in this one. A reminder, Adam Duffin, Trey Candy, Foster Rasa are in the Falcon Radio studio. Since we had BGSU Volleyball, couldn't get you a pregame show. They will be alongside with you for halftime and postgame. Postgame will also have assistant coach John Nicolay and also our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide player of the game. Quick timeout. Bob back in play here for Bowling Green. Here's Donahue setting the offense for Bowling Green. Out to left wing to Fern, trying to feed it into Cook there. That is well telegraphed and read there from Stores. Out to Wynn. Here's Wynn, putting her shoulder into the chest of Bland Fitzpatrick, working on this one. Gets it out. Zone Hawingi. Spin moves, floater off from the rim, no good. Rebounding here from Kira Miller, who's checked back into the ball game for Bowling Green and for Woods. Here's Miller. Miller looking for an option, out to Fern. Fern, Miller. She'll try wide open 3. Kira Miller in and out, no good. Cook fighting for the rebound. It'll be last off. Let's say that was last off of Stores. Stores and Cook were fighting for that one. It'll be BG ball. 20 seconds left on this one. 12-1, UC Irvine is your score. Gherkin's in for Donahue. Bland Fitzpatrick checks out. Emily Cecil will check in for the first time this game. Ball inbound, looking for Gherkin. Red there, tipped away there from Noam. Back on the fast break here. That is going to be Noam. They're sticking away there from Bowling Green. Stolen away, and on the fast break, Cecil. Gherkin. Cecil. Here's Fern. Miller. Miller out to left wing, Fern. Cecil top of the key, guarded by Noam. Fern into Cook. Cook drives baseline. Cook up and over. There you go. First baskets of the game here for Bowling Green. 1 for 15 now shooting from the floor. 12 to 3 is now your score. Jaden Cooks at the first points for BG. Three-pointer was off the mark there from Jada Wynn. It goes out of play. So Miller will get this one back. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. 12-3 is your score, and Eaters. Here's Miller, right wing to Cecil. Cecil gets it out to Fern. Fern now gives it back to Cecil. Cecil into the right corner is Miller. Miller drives baseline. Goes right into a wall of UC defenders. Cook gets it back out to Miller. Shot clock down to 5. Fern out to Cecil. Cecil tries a 3. That one just a bit short off the side of the backboard. Shot clock is off now. 20 seconds left and counting. This is going to be taken back here away from Lauren Matson. Down to 10 seconds. It's going to be Grant. Grant drives. Grant gets a floater. Grant up and good. Cecil flew to the ground. Count it. It's going to be a three-point play coming up for Grant and the Anteaters. 14-3 is your score. And a foul's going to go on Cecil.
That's line shooting 1 for UC Irvine, number 1, Mira Grant. And checking into the Anteaters, number 22, Reese Noah.
A couple more changes coming in for the Anteaters. Reese and Noah will come in as well. They've gone deep into the bench, both teams. Everyone's played so far for Bowling Green except Sophia Mose Kane, Kendall Moxie, and Layla Harrison. Miller's out, Kohler's back in. With 3.8 seconds left in this first quarter, 14-3, UC Irvine is your score. Here's Grant looking to make a three-point play. Grant's first one is good. 15-3 now is the score. Cecil out to Kohler. Kohler with 3 seconds left. Still with it, Kohler. Kohler gets separation, got the shot off just as clock expires, no good. That's going to make it Bowling Green 0 for 10 from 3 and 1 for 17 shooting from the floor. They got some offensive work to do as they head into the second quarter. And in the first here in Anchorage, Alaska, 15-3, UC Irvine is the score. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on Falcon Radio.
At the Stro or on the road, the Falcon Media Sports Network is covering the Falcons all season.
And in the first, and now here to start the second here from the Alaska Airlines Center here in Anchorage, Alaska. That's right, we were all the way over here in the last frontier. It is 15-3. UC Irvine is your score. The first game of the Great Alaska Shootout. The winner advances to the championship game tomorrow night. The loser will play in the third place game. I'm Luz Clymer here on Falcon Radio, joined by Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, and Foster Rostite in studio. Bowling Green 1 for 17 shooting. They got some work to do here. Second half underway. UC Irvine once again going from right to left on the radio dial, wearing the all white there. Shot put up there is up and good off the glass. Jada Wynn was guard there from Gherkin. 17-3 is the score. A 14-point lead here from UC Irvine. Here's Kohler. Feeds it inside to Gherkin. Out wide to Kohler. Here's Gherkin again. Kohler looking for Gherkin. Gets out to Cecil right wing. Feeds it inside. That pass is well telegraphed and stolen away there from Madsen.
That'll be Falcon basketball.
Cecil will inbound this one. It was going to go down as a first turnover of the game there from Paige Kohler. Gherkin does have a team high 4 rebounds. Jada Wynn already has 9 rebounds and 6 points. So you already book it. She's going to have work with a double-double Gherkin, deep three. That one off front of the rim, no good. Ellis there with a strong rebound, trying to put this one back into play to Kohler. Stolen once again from Madsen. She's been all over the place defensively early in this game. Grant just loses the ball there. Gherkin out to Kohler here on the fast break. Paige Kohler looking to get her first points of the contest over Grant up, and she couldn't get that one to go. She is fouled from Grant, and she will go to the free throw line.
Fallen Anteaters number 1, Amira Grant.
Amira Grant, that's going to be her first personal foul on the team's first foul. So Kohler will go to the free throw line. Well, to set the scene a little bit in this game, this is the second ever meeting between the Falcons and the Anteaters. The first one came almost over a decade ago. The Falcons beat UC Irvine 62-54 in the Doubletree LA West Side Thanksgiving Classic in Los Angeles. Erica Donovan, for you women's basketball fans, had a double-double in that game with 13 points and 12 rebounds. Kohler's first attempt from the line is up and good. 17-4. UC Irvine is now the score. Second one's up and falls. Got an assist from the rim. Donahue's checked back in the game. She checked in for Cecil. 17-5. 8:45 left to play in the second half. Second quarter, that is. Grant. Got by Kohler, dishes out. Falcon Hernandez open three left wing. Hunter Hernandez off front of the iron. Rebounding here from Fern. Donahue will drive to the other side. Donahue puts her shoulder and gets out to Fern. She tries a deep three. Jasmine Fern! That one is good. The player from the land down under hits one from way down the arc. The first three made of the game for Bowling Green now 1 for 12. 17-8 is the score. 9-point lead for UC Irvine. It is remarkable. It's only a single-digit lead here for the Anteaters. Falcon Hernandez hands off to Hunter Hernandez. That one just a bit short. Good defensive play there from Gherkin. There's Donahue. Donahue dribbles, bounce pass, kicks out to Fern. She tries another three. Jasmine Fern, in and out, trying to feed the hot hand. And just couldn't do so. Long drive there from Grant there, wide open. Nobody touched her to the basket, put it off the glass and in. 19-8, UC Irvine, 7:36 left to play. Kohler at the Gherkin off front of the rim again. That's another three for Bowling Green that ricochets in and out front of the rim. They've been close, just no cigar. Count it. Falcon Hernandez got to Hunter Hernandez. Was guarded by Jasmine Fern. Off balance, put the shot front of the rim. Got the fall. She'll go to the free throw line. Chance to make a three-point play. 21-8 is now your score.
Number 13, Sophia Motion.
We talked about Hernandez. Sophia Moskin will check in the game for the first time for Gherkin.
One for UC Irvine, number 20, Hunter Hernandez.
Here's Hernandez. Her first one is good. First and only, I should say. 3 points for her. 5 points now for her in the contest. 22-8 Anteaters. 7:25 left to play in the second quarter. Donahue out to Gherkin. Kohler. Screen set from Bland Fitzpatrick. Kohler still looking for an option. Switches all the way to the right here for Donahue. Switches all the way back to the left for Kohler. Kohler drives baseline. Got free. Kohler up and in. 10 points now for Bowling Green. 22-10. She now has 4 points. Here's Hunter Hernandez trying to get Kohler off put there. Kohler goes to the ground there. Hernandez had that shot off the front of the rim. No good. Here's Donahue. Donahue. And he couldn't get that one to go. Went through a lot of contact, got off glass, we're off the front of the rim, and no good.
Foul on Anteaters, number 20, Hunter Hernandez, her first. Team second into the ball game for UC Irvine, number 24.
That foul is going to be on Hunter Hernandez. It'll be her first personal foul of the game. Donahue, somebody who is looking for his first points of the game. And we should mention MAC Player of the Week, Nay Donahue. Had quite the performance in the Falcons' 2-game road trip to Wisconsin, coming off a loss to Wisconsin and Marquette. Had a career-high 24 points in the game against the Badgers and also had another incredible offensive showing, leading the team in points once again against the Marquette Golden Eagles. Her first one from the line is good. Second one is up and good as well. 2-for-2 trip there. 22-12. 10-point lead here for UC Irvine. 3 for 22 shooting so far for Bowling Green. Just 8 for 21 for UC Irvine. 1 for 14 from 3. Long switch out here, wide open through right in front of the Bowling Green bench. There taken. There was Wynn. Came up a bit short. Kohler on the fast break. Gets it out to Bland Fitzpatrick. Back out to Kohler. Was double team. Almost had it knocked away from her hands. Here's Donahue. Donahue drives. And that one falls. Nate Donahue there. Strong contact. Finished with the double team from UC Irvine. And got the drop 22-14. Back-to-back points there from Donahue. Inside Matson. Float away. And Fader. And that one's good. Now Wam, now also for UC Irvine, also has 6 points, tied for the team high. Donahue feeds inside to Ellis here underneath the basket. Ellis works inside, strong finish there. Couldn't get it to go. Was Jada Wynn underneath the basket there, working on Ellis. Excuse me, that's actually going to be Stores. So Ellis will shoot 2. Ellis has started almost a little bit of position switch. She listed as a forward on the roster. She switched to almost a 5 position for Bowling Green, taking over for Erica Porter from last year. Kohler will check out. Miller will check in. Ellis's first attempt is good. Second one for Ellis, the Canadian, and ricochets in and out. 24-15 is your score here. 5:40 left to play here in the second. Nawam gets out. Hunter Hernandez feeds inside to Wynn. Wynn switching it out. Zone. Haweave, that 3 hits off front of the iron. Rebounded from Miller. Kiera Miller, the freshman. Drives, hands it off here. Bland Fitzpatrick out to the right wing. Donahue, our defender on her skates. Ellis tries a mid-range jumper. That's just a bit off and no good. Offensive possession comes out empty for Bowling Green on the fast break. A 3v1. They can hurry. Rejected from behind. Bland Fitzpatrick. Nawam again was driving to that rim. The ball was still with 8 years, 24 left on the shot clock. Good rejection there from Bland Fitzpatrick. Ball back in play. Hunter Hernandez. A lot of contact, kicks it out. Here, Jada Wynn, 3 ball, no good. Rebounding here from Donahue and runs right into Zone Haweeb. And a couple UC Irvine players actually hit the floor as well. Zone Haweeb will take her second foul. Also crashing was the Nawam. We reached past the 5-minute mark. It's been our media timeout. 24-15 is the score. 9-point lead for UC Irvine. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, located 145 South of Main Street in downtown Bowling Green, featuring coffee, craft beer, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Timeout. We'll take it with them. You listen to BGSU Women's Basketball here at the Great Alaska Shootout here on Falcon Radio.
Check out more Falcon athletic coverage online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Here to begin the second half of the second quarter here in the Alaska Airlines Center. Here, Lucas Clymer alongside with you. 24-15 is your score. Falcons down by 9 against the UC Irvine Anteaters. Here's Mose Kane, a deep 3 off the mark. Ellis looking for the rebound, gets it back up to Mose Kane. Bland Fitzpatrick. Donahue. Switches out to Mose Kane. She'll try another 3. That one off the mark again. Rebound and held in again here from the Anteaters. Back the other way, here's Hunter Hernandez. Hernandez looking for an option, kicks it out. Here's some of the deep three from Jada Wynn, and she drains it. Jada Wynn now 9 points and 9 rebounds. 27-15. UC Irvine is now the score. 12-point lead here for the Eaters. 4:07 left to play. Here's Moscane to Donahue. Bounce pass inside, looking back door for Miller. Surrounded by a couple UC Irvine players. Out to Donahue. Moscane, she'll try another deep three. That one, nothing but air. 0 for 3 there from Sophia Moscane, and she immediately signals to the bench to get it to Gherkin. Paige Kohler comes in as well from Miller. So Miller and Moscane out, Gherkin and Kohler are in. Nawam gets some separation, mid-range jumper, nothing but net there over Donahue. 2 there for Nawam. 9 points for her, tied for the team high with Wynn, 30-15. They've doubled their lead now over the Falcons. UC Irvine, this has been quite the run they're at. Down here to Kohler. There's Kohler. Kohler, Bland, Fitzpatrick, Gherkin tries a deep three. Gherkin off the mark. Man, I tell you what, the 3-ball shooting so far for Bowling Green has been something. 1 for 18 from beyond the only 3 made has been Jasmine Fern. That was made towards the end of the first quarter. Outside of that, it has been nothing for Bowling Green. And 3-point ball was something they really strongly emphasized this week, preparing for all 3 of these teams. You're preparing them here for UC Irvine. You got St. Thomas and possibly University of Alaska Anchorage as well, if you can see them. Here come UC Irvine back the other way. A couple of pump fakes there underneath the basket over Ellis from Jada Wynn. They'll get Ellis there with the foul. Jaden Cook will check in. Ellis will go out.
At the line to shoot 2 for the Anteaters, number 23, Jada Wynn.
Jada Wynn's first attempt from the charity stripe is good. Two for 2 trip there over the line for Wynn, make it a perfect trip from the line. She now has 11 points and is 1 rebound away from a double-double early in this game. So go to halftime here with the double-double. It's been quite the first half for her. Brent Fitzpatrick looking down low to Cook. It's intercepted. Here's Wynn back the other way. Wynn drives over Cook. Got her hands up. And Cook's going to be called for the foul. They put her hands up, but just went a little too much contact there and Wynn. And it's going to be her first. And it looks like she'll probably go out. She will stay in. Bland Fitzpatrick will go out. Layla Harrison will check in for the first time this game. So Wynn in a familiar spot will go to the charity stripe with 2:37 left to play here in the second quarter. That one is off the mark. 31-15 is your score, Anteaters. Second one is good as well. 32-15 is now your score. Reminder, coming up at halftime, we will have quite a strong, fast first half here, 35 minutes if you're talking about actual real time here for both these quarters. Adam Delphin, Trey Kenny, Foster Rasta will be alongside you for halftime. Two-handed there from Grant on Donahue. Driving down the sideline. And Grant will get for her second personal foul of this contest. Be her team's 5th. So Donahue will shoot 2. Well, a couple of facts about this arena. And not even just more so this arena, but more so this contest in general. This is a tournament that has been around for quite a long time, if you're counting. This is also a team, the host team, University of Alaska Anchorage, is the only Division II team that has competed in this tournament. Bowling Green has never competed in this tournament. Head coach Fred Shamil is a native of Alaska. Donahue there, 2 for 2 trip there, 37-17. We'll talk more about it here in a moment's notice. Into the corner here, Cook guarding Wynn. Wynn switching out wide here. Cook out to Grant. Grant drives inside. Grant floater rejected at the rim there from Cook. Swat away there from the former East Carolina Pirate. Out to Donahue. Bowling Green looking to capitalize there. Trying defense and the offense. Gherkin out to Kohler. Kohler inside. Gherkin tries a three from the top of the key off front of the iron. No good. Rebound there from Nawam. Nawam takes it. Matson three off front of the rim. No good. Nawam there almost got that ball off away from Kohler. Kohler drives. No good. She is fouled. We'll see who they get it on. Nawam will be tagged that one. Now Woom's got 9 points, 4 rebounds, assist, steal, and a block. She's played every minute of the game.
And at the line, shooting 2, number 10, Paige Kohler.
So Kohler will now go to the free throw line. First one is up and good. 32-18 now is the score. That second one off the side of the mark, out of bounds, will go in favor of UC Irvine. 32-18, a minute 38 is your score.
Number 1, Kaya Woods checking in for the
Kaya Woods will check in as well for Bowling Green. Yeah, Bland Fitzpatrick, Donahue, Harrison, Cook on the floor for Bowling Green. Here's Grant off the inbound, guarded heavily from Woods. He's looking to go quick. Grant still working on Woods. Woods bounce pass inside. Harrison almost stole it away. Jada Wynn has Harrison in the post. Spins around, will take her time. Here's Wynn, puts it up off the front of the rim, no good. Good rebound there from Cook. Here's Donahue. Donahue drives, heavy contact, no good. Cook crashing for the rebound there. Just couldn't read that one right away. Just a bit slow. Jada Wynn, that shot. Good defensive play from Harrison. Goes right into the hands of Cook. Empty possession there from UC Irvine. Now here's Woods. Woods looking for an option. We have 42 seconds left here in the first half. Donahue. Out to Woods again. Woods out to Bland Fitzpatrick. He gets out to Harrison. And should be called for the travel. So an empty possession coming up there for Bowling Green. 30.8 seconds left here in the first half. 32-18 Anteaters. It's been a first half to forget for Bowling Green. 1 for 20 from three-point range. 4 from 30 shooting from the field. Grant inbounds this one. There's about a second differing from the shot clock and game clock. Bland Fitzpatrick will guard Madsen. Bland Fitzpatrick, some heavy defense there, looking to take this one all the way down as much as they can. UC Irvine. Nawam, separation, that three ball, no good. Rebound there, strong. That was Stores. Over 3 Falcons got the rebound. Couldn't get it to go. Wow. Nose King, Fern, and Kohler all come back in. Bland Fitzpatrick, Cook, and Woods will stay in. Going to the free throw line for the first time, Stores. Ricochets in. 33-18 is the score. Stores again, in and out. Donahue couldn't get the rebound. Loose ball on the floor. Fern gets it out, gets it back out to Kohler. 1 on the shot clock. Kohler gets the shot just in time as short. 4 for 31 shooting. 1 for 21 shooting from 3. Halftime score, 33-18. UC Irvine is your score. Bowling Green with a whole lot of work to do to start the third quarter. That's going to do it for our first half action here in Anchorage, Alaska, at the Alaska Airlines Center. I'll turn it over to Adam Duff and Trey Kenny Foster Ross in the studio. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball and the Great Alaska Shootout here on Falcon Radio.
Welcome to the Falcon Media Sports Network Women's Basketball Halftime Show. I'm Adam Duffin, joined alongside by Trey Kennedy and Foster Rostai. As Bowling Green is taking on UC Irvine, it's currently 32-18 at halftime. UC Irvine leading. Trey, you want to get into sort of a little recap of that first half.
Well, for UC Irvine, it's been entirely led by Jada Wynn, who has a double-double with 11 points and 10 rebounds to end the first half. And the leading scorer for the Falcons is Janaea Donahue with 6 points. But the story of the first half for Bowling Green, 4 of 31 from the field goal range and 1 of 21 while shooting triples on the night.
Yeah, and it doesn't get much better when you go to UC Irvine's side. 11 for 33 for 33% from the field, 2 for 14 from 3. Neither team can really figure out, the floor right now or the court. Really struggling to get baskets falling.
With Bowling Green down, with these numbers I've been saying, you might think that they're down by 20, but they're still in this ball game.
And that's, we've watched the men's team do it as well. When their teams struggle from the floor, they find other ways to get into these type of games. They fight back. They don't really let the bad shooting nights get to them. They just figure out ways to fight and keep these games going.
Well, so far a tough shooting night for both teams, especially for the Falcons. They only had 3 points in the first quarter, but we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have Trey and Foster talk about their thoughts of the first half. Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network halftime show here in the Coolene Center. So Trey and Foster, obviously, very bad shooting for both teams and for the Falcons. What do you think, just anything that they can help turn it around going into the second half?
Well, they got to start the second half strong. And something that, being a watcher of this basketball team, I've been wanting to see them start out fast every game, and we haven't seen that. So if they can come out hot in the second half, I feel like it's going to be a really good jump start to get them an opportunity to come back and win this basketball game.
And one of the best ways this team can do that is by turning defense into offense. This team has a lot of very good defensive players, Donahue being, the head of that defensive monster that this team has. Getting her going on the defensive end, getting some steals, getting out running, and getting some easy layups. Just seeing the ball go through the hoop can really help the team figure out how to get the offense going from behind the arc at that same point.
And now I want to bring up, too, Trey, you mentioned the slow starts to games. It has been something. We saw it last week in the road trip in Wisconsin. We saw it in South Carolina. Louisiana, not as much. But so far, they have done a tough job offensively throughout the first half. How do you think you fix that and rejuvenate the offense?
It comes with kind of finding your mark, shooting the basketball. You're going to have hot stretches. You're going to have cold stretches. And yeah, so be it against Louisiana. First game of the season, they did struggle a little bit in that early going. You played a lot of good teams, though. The games that I really start to worry about this team was last week versus Wisconsin and versus Marquette. When you think you had a shot at really kind of getting a chance to get a victory, you didn't. It was really kind of close there for a little bit against Wisconsin, but you got to find a way to find a consistency shooting the basketball.
Well, I think one of the best ways to find consistency shooting from behind the arc is to find your mark inside and in the paint first, finding those open layups, getting, coaching up the offense, running plays to get a paint touch before you get a three-point shot up. I mean, they've only taken 31 shots, 21 of them from three. You got to find a way to get down low in the paint and establish a paint presence before you, expand your range to behind the arc.
And something also that you hit on earlier, how Bowling Green's got to capitalize off of turnovers. Heading into today's game, UC Irvine was turning the ball over around 16 times per game. And, you mentioned Jonea Donahue. She only has one steal on the evening besides Gherkin also with one. So that's something that you want to kind of see more aggression out of your defensive players, especially Donahue.
Yeah, and absolutely. And that, you picking up that defense, one or two players, they can really spread to the entire team. And that can get the rest of the team really up on that defensive end, and that can spread all the way to the offensive end.
And to continue on the defensive end, it has to be a good sign, as last week Bowling Green allowed 90 points to Wisconsin in a game. That was something they harped on a lot in practice, the fix. So what do you guys think about at least the defensive side? They are holding UC Irvine to only 33% from the field.
The thing is, UC Irvine on the season hasn't been shooting great either. Coming in today, shooting 38.9% from the floor. So I don't know. It's bad offenses or just good defense a little bit on Bowling Green's part?
Well, I think it's a little bit of everything. Good defenses. The offenses are struggling. They're playing in a new arena, in a new area. They're in Alaska. And so this is a little bit of a culmination of everything that they're just kind of trying to find their footing.
Well, we'll come back in a moment to talk about player of the game watch for the Falcons or both teams in general, as so far, rough offensive performance for both squads. So we'll come back with our plan after this break. Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network Women's Basketball Halftime Show. Here we have Trey Kennedy, who will mention who he has on his mind for BG Food and Drink Guide Player of the Game.
Yeah, it has to be Jonea Donahue with 6 points. She has 4 rebounds and 2 assists, along with 1 steal. She's 100% from the free throw line, going 4 for 4. She's got to be my player of the game to look out for in the second half.
And last week, she did go 8 for 8 on the road against Wisconsin from the free throw line, 12 of 13 overall, as she got MAC Player of the Week. But Foster, who do you also have to watch for maybe on the UC Irvine side of things?
We're going to go with Jada Wynn. She's struggled from the field, 2 for 10 from the field and 1 for 6 from 3, but she's gotten to the line 8 times and finished 7 of 8. And she's got 10 rebounds already in the first half of basketball. It's very hard to pick somebody else who isn't just being so rounded of a player right now.
Well, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about some action going on around the MAC. throughout today and in recent matchups. Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network halftime show for women's basketball. Earlier today, or right before this broadcast, that's why we didn't have a pregame show today, BG Volleyball won against Ohio University in the MAC tournament, winning in 4 sets. And then Foster, you have some more info about not just Bowling Green, but around the MAC in sports.
Yeah, so Miami and Toledo played also in the MAC tournament today. Toledo took home the win in 5 over Miami of Ohio. Here's the men's basketball. UMass lost to Charleston in a close 69-65 game. Akron beat Iona 96-75. Eastern Michigan beat Oakland 97-91. And Northern Illinois beat Loyola Chicago 76-59.
And keep in mind, too, with the volleyball action going on for the MAC tournament, that is being hosted at the Stroh Center in Bowling Green, and a big event for the weekend, a lot of action going on. And Bowling Green will play tomorrow as well, so a lot of action going on there. You will have the coverage here on Falcon Radio or WBGU. It depends on how the action goes down. Same thing with BG women's basketball. Tomorrow, it will be on one of the 2 stations. It depends on how tonight's games go and how other games go for volleyball. Now, Foster, anything stand out that kind of shocked you with the action around the MAC?
I'd say that Akron over Iona. Iona's always been a very good basketball program. You see them make the tournament a couple times over the past couple of years. They're always pushing for those kind of places. But to see Akron, go in there and beat them the way they did in these kind of Thanksgiving Day tournaments, it's really a statement that they're, one of the top teams in the MAC. They have been for the last couple of years, and they're always going to be a good team, and that they're coming back for the MAC for that three-peat that they would like to have.
Now, taking a step back from the MAC and going back to this game between UC Irvine and Bowling Green, what do you guys sort of think is going to happen here in the opening minutes of the second half that kind of shifts how this game is going for both squads offensively?
I think they're going to kind of lead towards Donahue again in terms of getting her acclimated in the offense. But additionally, Paige Kohler with 5 points, shooting 1 for 5 from the floor, 0 from 4 for 3. I think they got to find a way to get her going. She's such a crucial part of this offense.
Now, Foster, how do you think they kind of get her jump started? I mean, it seems like it's been an issue throughout the season in almost every game where she has a slow start and is obviously not shooting a high percentage from the field.
Well, I think you look at this, and she's got 4 3-pointers attempted out of 5 shots for Kohler. And I think if you want her to be a good 3-point shooter, you have to have her see the ball go through the basket. And the best way to do that is, we've said it before, get her going, layups in the paint, easy shots, get her to the free throw line. She's had 4 free throw attempts. So get her those easy looks that can really build her confidence, and then start to move her behind the arc where she can do a lot more damage.
Okay, well, it's going to be an interesting second half as UC Irvine's leading Bowling Green 33-18. We'll take a short break before we send it back to Lucas Kleinmeyer in Alaska. Welcome back to the Cooling Center. We have Lucas Kleinmeyer on call in Alaska. We'll send it over to Lucas now.
Thanks, Sam. Good work, fellas, there from the halftime report. Bowling Green has some stuff to do for sure if they want to get back in this game in the second half here in Anchorage, Alaska. First game of the Great Alaska Shootout here in the Alaska Airlines Center. Lucas Kleinmeyer on the call with you. Duffin, Trey Kenny, Foster Ross, you just heard in the studio. This tournament was reborn after a 4-year hiatus in 2022 and returned in 2025 for the 46th edition of the tournament. It started in 1980 as a 14th event called the Northern Lights Invitational. The tournament ran through 1997, featuring an 18 field, all but the first edition of the game was suspended for a year, revived in 1999 before becoming a 14th event, emerging with the men's Great Alaska Shootout and Anchorage Sylvian Arena. So this has been a tournament that has gone through ups and downs, but they're finally back in action. Bowling Green will go from right to left on your radio dial in all orange. UC Irvine going from left to right. Same 25 for Bowling Green. Ellis, Bland Fitzpatrick, Kohler, and Cecil. And Ellis will be on the floor to start this one. Donahue fighting for the loose ball on the floor to start this one. The tip-off was going for Bowling Green. The first attempt for Bowling Green from Ellis was no good. And Donahue couldn't pick up the scraps. So 33-18 is the score. 9:34 left. The first offensive possession to start the second half for Bowling Green is off the mark. Here's Cecil almost stealing that one away. It was intended there from Nahum. Cecil, heavily guarding Nahum. Outside, long three on the way. Madsen drains it. Nothing but net there. 18-point lead now for UC Irvine, 36-18. Donahue searching. Out to Bland Fitzpatrick, Kohler. In the left corner, Cecil. Cecil out to Kohler again. Bland Fitzpatrick. Dribbles, puts it up, no good. Rebound falls. UC Irvine hits the floor from away from the play. It's Hunter Hernandez. And it's a little bit shaken up coming back. She's only had 5 points in the first half, a little bit gimpy. And she's going to head to the bench here. And it's not good looking for UC Irvine. Naomi Zonzon Huib will come back in. Nawani Stores will come back in. Falcon Hernandez will check out. 8:40 left to play here, 36-18 UC Irvine. That one up and good. Mid-range jumper there for Nahum. And Nahum, another basket there. She is now in double figures with 10 points. 38-18 is your score, 20-point lead for UC Irvine. Kohler, D3, drains it right in front of the bench. Paige Kohler, wide open jumper there. Got to go. 8 points there, team high for her. 38-21. Heard the swish the net from across the arena here. In the corner, three on the other way for UC Irvine is off the mark. That was Nahum again. Couldn't get it to go. Stores comes away with it. Now three on the way here from Madsen off front of the rim. No good. Cecil was trying to get the ball there. Naomi Zomzom Hawi will be called for the foul. Jasmine Fern's checked in this game as well for Cecil. So Cecil draws the foul. We'll check out. 38-21 is your score under 8 minutes left to play here. Here's Donahue. Switches out to Kohler. Kohler drives. Kohler, and she got to go. 10 points now for her. Double figures for her. 38-23 is the score. Grant up to the face there of Kohler. This one flatted for Wynn. Wynn. Nahum. Wynn again in the corner. Guarded from Ellis. Wynn drives it out. Grant open three. That one goes. Three from the right wing. Got that one to go. Timeout's called on the floor for Bowling Green. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can see the latest menu by visiting juniperbrew.com. 41-23 UC Irvine. It's an 18-point lead. We'll stay right here. We mentioned right after this one, St. Thomas will tip off against the host school, University of Alaska Anchorage Seawolves. Winner of that will advance to the championship game between your Bowling Green or UC Irvine. And how Bowling Green's night shooting has not gone the way, just 2 for 22 from 3, 6 for 35 on the floor. They're still down from 18, and it is still down from quite a lot, but you've seen crazier things in the game of basketball happen before. You never say never. And there's still a whole lot of basketball left to be played here. 7:15 left to play here in the third quarter. Leading score for UC Irvine, win, 12 points and 10 rebounds, as Trey Kennedy mentioned during our halftime show, a double-double. I'm very hard on Trey Kennedy, as he will tell you, but I'll give him props when due. He did a good job there during the halftime report. So did Adam and Foster. Hope I gave him a little smile. They're back in the Cooling studio. 10 points from Kohler. Leads the way there for Bowling Green. 3 for 7 shooting. Good candidate for a food and drink player of the game, but I think if you talk to head coach Fred Shamil, that he would say no player deserves player of the game honors with how this game has gone. Just 3 points in that first quarter, I should say, for Bowling Green. I mean, that's stuff that you have to go back in the record books and see when the last time Bowling Green scored that low points in the first quarter. Wink, wink, hint, hint at Foster Ross. I looked that up. Back into play here for Bowling Green. Bland Fitzpatrick. We'll get this one to go here for Bowling Green. Here's Kohler. Out to Donahue. Kohler, right wing. She'll try deep three. Kohler, just a bit too strong. Good rebound there from Ellis. Ellis. Pump fix, almost lost it. Still Ellis. Out to Kohler. Donahue out to Fern. Fern to Bland Fitzpatrick. Drives baseline. Heavily guarded. Low pass looking for Ellis, and she is stuffed by 2 anteater players in the post. Wide open 3 here from the ring is off the back of the rim and no good. That was Nahum who couldn't get that one to fall. Here's Donahue. Was calling for a screen for Fern. Now it gets it. Now it also gets Ellis, guarded from Grant. Gets it to Fern. She'll try an open 3. That one off the left side of the iron. And no good. Still 41-23 is your score. About 6:05 left to play in the third. Whoa, look at that pass. That was rifled from Wynn and was looking inside the post there from Stores, and she just couldn't hold that one in. Court inbounds to Donahue. Here's Donahue. Dribbles left. Bounce pass inside. Kohler. Kohler goes on the rim. Out to Fern. Fern sets her feet for 3. Jasmine Fern connects. Her second 3 for her. She's up to 6 points. 41-26 is your score. Anteaters are up by 15. Stores in the post over Ellis. Stores. That one a bit too strong. Good defensive play there from Ellis. Stood her ground. Donahue the rebound. Donahue on the fast break. Donahue. Fern sets her feet again. Fern off front of the iron and no good. Here's Grant. Out to Nahum. Calling for an action. Working on Kohler. Outside Wynn again. Wynn guarded from Fern. Double team help there from Donahue. Got Fern to turn the wrong way. Had a wide open lane to the basket. Got off the glass and in. We have reached the halfway point here in the third quarter. 43-26. Here's Donahue. Bland Fitzpatrick. Drives to the left, a little bit short. Couldn't get it to go. Ellis there trying to pick up the scraps. Bland Fitzpatrick comes away with it, gets out the core, open 3. Now one also no good. Fern trying to get to it, no foul called. Maybe some face contact there, but nothing going there for Bowling Green. Off front of the iron, no good. The putback there from Stores is up and in. 45-26, 4:15 now left here in the third quarter. Bland Fitzpatrick, Donahue. Bland Fitzpatrick, mid-range jumper, offside the rim, no good. Here's Ellis. Ellis puts it up, off glass and in. 45-28, Bowling Green cuts the lead down by 17, under 4 minutes to play in the third. Going from left to right in your radio dial is UC Irvine Reiner once again. This is going to be Grant setting the offense here. Gives it the top of the key to Wynn. Wynn works the way to the left side, right in front of the Irvine bench. To Naloom. Switches all the way to the right side for Grant. Ellis couldn't intercept the pass in time. It's finished throughout the rim from Stores. Here's Donahue. For Bowling Green. Outside Fern. She'll try a three. Jasmine Fern off front iron, no good. Rebounded there from Irvine is Wynn. Here's Wynn inside Stores. Turns on Donahue. That one rolls and falls. Stores is caught heat. She's on fire in this third quarter. 9 points now for her. 49-28 is your score. Timeout taken Bowling Green. Just to stop the bleeding and stop the run and try to get something going here. This timeout will be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, located 145 South Main Street in downtown Bowling Green, featuring coffee and craft beer, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. See the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. We'll take it with them. 49-20 is your score. Listening to the BGSU Women's Basketball in the Great Alaska Shootout here on Falcon Radio.
Join the Zig Zone Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here in Anchorage, Alaska, first game of the Great Alaska Shootout. 49-28 is your score. You see Irvine Anteaters lead Bowling Green. It has been a really bad, no good shooting performance so far from Bowling Green. They'll get out of this needed timeout here on the offensive end. Here's Miller. Core thought about a three, pump fakes, bounce, pass inside low. Looking for Cook, just a bit too strong. So 2:49 left is UC Irvine 49 and Bowling Green 28. Some other stats in the paint besides just the shooting from the three that has killed Bowling Green this game. 26 points in the paint, just 10 for BG. UC Irvine outscoring them by 16. Bench points 17, 9 for Bowling Green. Falcon Hernandez will take this one. Inside Wynn, open three, and that is drilled from Lauren Matson. Nothing but net right there. 52-20 is the score. And this one stolen and taken away. Open three in the corner again. Knocks it down again. That's Matson, 2 for 2 on back-to-back trips there from three. 55-28. Donahue, Kohler. Fern will try a three in the corner. Jasmine Fern, and she connects.
Jasmine Fern for three.
Jasmine Fern from three there. Connects Miller, trying to steal that one. Miller takes it away. Good steal there from the freshman on Nawam. Miller puts it up and in. Transition basket there from the freshman. 55-33 is your score. A minute 40 left here. 22-point lead here for UC Irvine. Handoff, and then just falling to the ground there was Wynn. 14 points, so rebounds for her. That'll be Donahue's second of this contest. Fern will come out, Gherkin will check in. Fern's got 9 points, 3 for 8 shooting from three. Here's Grant. Right there from Woods, and Hunter Hernandez trying to put that shot up on Kohler. They're going to get Kohler. That's going to be her third personal foul. And now Woods will come in. Donahue will come out. But now a good reminder, Kohler does have 3.
Now checking in for the Anteaters, number 22,
Reese Noah also coming in. For UC Irvine checking out is Jada Wynn. So first of 2 from the line here from Hunter Hernandez. First one's up and good. Hernandez, just 5 points in that first half. Going to go 2 for 2 there, and she does. Here's Woods, dishes out the Kohler. A little bit of press being provided here from UC Irvine. 57-33 Anteaters, a minute 18 left to play here in the third quarter. Miller trying to feed this one to Cook, and a little bit too strong, and it goes out of bounds. Yeah, it was last touch off of Falcon Hernandez. So our main Bowling Green ball here is 16 on the shot clock and a minute 13 in the quarter. Miller inbounds a Kohler in the right corner. Outside right wing now the Woods, who dribbles her way to the top of the key. Now works her way left here and hands off to Kohler. Kohler drives baseline. Outside Miller, a 3 right in front of Bowling Green's bench. And off front iron and no good. Under a minute left to play here in the third. Under Hernandez, Woods. Strong finish, a bit too strong. Rebounding here from Gherkin. Here's Woods. Hands it out to Miller. Miller trying to feed inside to Cook there. Triple team in the posts there with Cook. And they're going to get Grant from UC Irvine. That's going to be her third personal foul. Only 40.2 seconds left. 57-33 is your score. Here's Kohler. Miller. Kohler. Inside to Cook. Cook mid-range shot. Just a bit short. And Hunter Hernandez will take this one up. The shot clock is now off. 20 seconds left and counting. They'll take this one all the way down. Try to extend their lead for the end of the third quarter. Here's Hunter Hernandez, open 3. Madsen, you bet, drained it. Her third 3 made of this third quarter, 60-33. Last ditch effort heave there is off the mark. 27-point lead for UC Irvine. 60-33 is your score. One more quarter left to play here in the Great Alaska Shootout here in Airlines Alaska Center Arena. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on Falcon Radio.
After this game wraps up, more coverage continues online at bgfalconmedia.com.
One more quarter left to play here for the first game of 2 here in the Great Alaska Shootout here in Anchorage, Alaska, here at the Alaska Airlines Center Arena. Lucas Clammer on the call with you. 60-33 is your score, UC Irvine over Bowling Green, and the way it's looking right now, it looks like UC Irvine is going to come away and will advance to the championship game. We'll face the winner right after this between St. Thomas and the host school, University of Alaska Anchorage, and Bowling Green will face the loser of that game. The tip-off time will be 9:15 Eastern. It will be on Falcon Radio, if that is the case. Following right after Bowling Green Volleyball's semifinal matchup against the Western Michigan Broncos. Ben Clark, Andrew Smith will be on the call for that one. Fourth quarter underway here. UC Irvine starts out with the ball. Hunter Hernandez working on Kira Miller, who is sent flying to the floor. They'll get a foul off the ball from Bowling Green. They're actually going to get Miller, who's the one who ended up on the ground, be her first personal foul. It's Grant. Gherkin, good step from behind. Poked down only gets to Woods. Here's Woods on the fast break. Woods lost it initially. Gets it out to Kohler. Kohler. Miller. Kohler locks and loaded 3. Kohler, and she connects. Baker dozen points for her. 13, 60 for 36 is now your score. 24-point lead. Now here Hunter Hernandez, and she immediately answers the 3 of her own. How about that? So, shades of Houston Rockets. James Harden there, right there. Just dribbled up, step back 3, and got it to go. Now Gherkin a 3. That one a little bit off. 63-36 is your score under 9 minutes left to play here in the fourth. Here's Jada Wynn. Open 3 again, and that's connected. Lauren Matson, her 5th 3 of the game. 15 points for her. Sheena leads the team in scoring. 66-36. Here's Miller. Miller to Kohler. Kohler to Gherkin. Gherkin gets it back to Kohler. Kohler drills, downs pass inside Ellis, and a bit too short. Gets her own rebound, puts it up, and she is fouled. Going to get it to go. 8:08 left. Down by 30. Bowling Green.
On Anteaters number 9, Daniela Falcon Hernandez, her second.
That's on Daniela Falcon Hernandez. That'll be her second. She'll check out Stores. We'll come back in.
At the line, shooting for the Falcons, number 11, Taya Ellis. Into the ball game for UC Irvine, number 22, Reese Nova.
Ellis will go to the free throw line. 3 points for her, Jess. 1 for 6 from the floor. Has 4 rebounds. Now first one is up and no good. Second attempt from Ellis, and that one connects, so 4 points for her. 66-37 with 8:05 left. Here's Grant, dribbles into trouble. Woods got it up, jump ball, possession arrow will favor Anteaters. Almost a good takeaway there nonetheless there from Kyle Woods. Naomi zones on Haweeb. Gets this ball in front of Donahue. Handoff, Stores. Got it from Donahue. Haweeb trying to feed this one back. That was Gherkin on the pass. They were looking for Reese Noah. Now beyond Gherkin, that's going to be her second. She'll come out. Bland Fitzpatrick will come back in. Inbound, Noah. Into the right wing. Zone Haweeb. Down to 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Guards up. Ellison, it's rejected from behind. Taya Ellis with an incredible block. Perfectly timed. And a good highlight play there for her. And Ellis there, and Zona Haweeb there, a little bit of tussle, and Ellis gets a little bit of contact there on her face. That's going to be her 4th. She'll stay in the game.
Number 33, Kendall Moxie checking into the Falcons.
And for the first time this game, checking in is Kendall Moxie. Haven't seen her at all this game. She'll come in for Ellis. Here's Woods. Heavily guarded there from Grant. Drives to the right wing, hands it off to Bland Fitzpatrick. Dishes it out, Kohler. Kohler to Donahue. Out to Kohler. Kohler 3, and ricochets and out. Moxie fighting for the rebound, and just couldn't come up with it.
Foul called on Falcons number
be on Moxie. That was Stores who had the ball. Reminder, post-game will be joined by assistant coach John Nicolay to break down the action and what Bowling Green can improve. I mean, they played just about under 24 hours later. You tip off at the same time. It's 9:15 Eastern, 5:15 here in Alaska time. You have shoot around. You have moments here where you can get back, but you're going to need to regroup and forget about this one fast and finish the road trip with something positive. Stores finishes there from the line. Off glass and in. 6:40 left to play in the fourth. 68-37 is the score. There's Donahue. Donahue gets it up, puts it up and in. 2 points there. 68-37. Here's Reese Noah. Ooh, outside. Good steal away there from Donahue. Picked it off at the right perfect time. Kohler long outlet pass. Bland Fitzpatrick stays in bounds. Hands it off down low to Moxie. Whistle called. And it's going to be on Zinzan Hui. That's going to be her fifth. So she fouled out. So 10 minutes for her, 0 for 3 from the floor, and 5 fouls. So her night is done. Long pass out, Donahue. Here's Woods. Woods to Kohler. Kohler dribbles up. Her shot is a little bit short. She is fouled. 68-39, 5-5-5 is on the clock before this one is in the books. Kohler will go to the free throw line. Team lead 13 points for her. Gonna make it 14. She's one away from tying the game high. Second one for her is good. 68-41 is the score. Here's Woods almost picking that one off from Grant. Here's Noah. Working on Kohler. Noah dribbles by Kohler. Moxie, last touch pass. Noah gets it right back. Feeds it inside. Hunter Hernandez. Grant, that three off the mark. Rebound there from Moxie. Moxie into Kohler. Kohler drives a nice no-look pass. Nice no-look pass there from Kohler, and to find for Halila Harrison's first points of the contest. Made that look easy there from Kohler. She's tied also with the game high, 15 points. Harrison, as I mentioned, now has her first. 68-43 is the score. Open three, that one from Noah off the mark. Woods there trying to get the rebound. Grant was draped all over her. So Woods will inbound this one. Well, they're actually in the bonus now, pardon me. So the foul on Woods, they're going to go to the free throw line in Kyle Woods.
At the line, shooting two for the Falcons, number 1, Kyle Woods.
1 point for her. She had the first point of the contest for Bowling Green.
2, Emily Cecil into the ballgame for the Falcons, as well as number 8, Janiyah Bland Fitzpatrick.
Here's Woods. First attempt is good. 68-44 now is the score for Bowling Green. If there's one positive to look away from this game, at least offensively, it's the free throw shooting. 2 for 2 trip for her there. That's 15 for 19 now shooting for Bowling Green. Under 5 minutes to play, we've reached down the immediate timeout, midway point in this game. That one off Emily Cecil's foot, stolen away from Donahue. Cecil comes up with it. Cecil out on the fast break. Cecil, and that one puts up, deflected out. 68-45 is your score. That's going to lead us to our fourth and final media timeout. This media timeout is sponsored by Junior Brewing Company, located 145 South Main Street and downtown Bowling Green. Serving coffee, craft beer, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can see the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. We'll take with them UC Irvine 68, Bowling Green 45 here for the Great Alaska Shootout here on BGSU Women's Basketball on Falcon Radio. Back here in Alaska, 4:28 left to play here, 68-45 is your score. Lucas Clymer on the call with you. We'll be joined by assistant coach John Nicolay post-game and our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide player of the game. It's been a shooting performance to forget for Bowling Green. It's gotten a little bit better in the fourth quarter, but the game's been out of reach for them. Bounce pass inside to Grant. Finds it in the Stores, who put it off the glass and in. 70-45 now is your score. 4 minutes left. Here's Donahue. Hands it off to Kohler. Kohler dribbles right side in front of the Bowling Green bench, hands off to Donahue. Here's Kohler. Kohler dribbles, puts her shoulder in an offender, and it's going to be on offensive foul. Kohler. Stores took that one.
Charges called on Falcons number 10, Paige Kohler, first 30. Number 9, Daniela Falcon Hernandez.
Daniela Falcon Hernandez will also come back in the game for UC Irvine. 70-45 is your score. Once again, 3:35 left to play here in this one. The winner, which will all be, but UC Irvine will face the winner of St. Thomas and University of Alaska Anchorage. Bowling Green will face the loser of that game tomorrow at 9:15 Eastern, 5:15 Alaska time. Here's Woods. Donahue. Kohler tries a three. Kohler, yes! 18 points for her. That's a game high in scoring. 3 for 11 for 3, though, for her. One away from fouling out, Paige Kohler. She's on 4. This one put up. Oh, that's a hard foul there. Count it. Cecil went airborne. The two number 2s went at it. That was Hernandez and Cecil going up. Cecil's going to get called on the foul. Didn't get her feet set. And Hernandez will go to the charity stripe.
At the line, shooting for the Aviators, number 2, Haley Hernandez.
First one for her is good. 3-point play connected. 73-48 is the score. Here's Kohler. Kohler down low into Bland Fitzpatrick. She drives, dribbles off high, top of the glass. Too strong, no good. Turnover, and back to the way is University of Alaska Anchorage. Bowling Green basketball, a little sloppiness there from the Anteaters. Woods. To out to Kohler. Once the screen set, Donahue. Dribbles to the right side, Donahue. Trying to put it up and in. She's fouled.
Following Falcons number 9, Paige Kohler. It's her 4th.
And whatever the PA announcer said was not right. He said foul number 9, Paige Kohler. That's just not true. So we'll find the real foul. It'll be on number 9, Danielle Falcon Hernandez. There we go. Just mixed up the teams. Donahue's first attempt from the line is good. 73-49. Bowling Green looking to get to 50. And to cut the lead down to 23 if Donahue can make it 2 for 2 from the line here. Second one is up and good as well. 50 points now for Bowling Green. Lead cut down to 23. Hernandez. Bowling Green almost got that one stolen away here. See the crowd coming in here to Alaska Airlines Center, getting ready to watch their home team play. The only Division II team in this competition, but Division II that's won this competition a handful of times, taking on the St. Thomas Tommies. Cecil, Gherkin, Moskane will all come in. Kohler will come out. And her night might be done. 18 points for her, a game high as it stands. Open 3 on the way. That one a bit too far. That was Noah. Got a little bit too much mustard in that one. 73-50, under 2 minutes left to play here. Cecil's looking to get this one inside the Gherkin, poked away there from Grant. Giving back to Noah, and the long outlet pass looking for Hernandez was a bit too strong. Little smile as she jogs back, knowing it was just a bit too much. Here's Woods setting the offense here for Bowling Green. Kohler. Dribbles inside, Gherkin, and that's just a sloppy pass. Given away and turnover here to Hernandez. Miller, good block there from the freshman. Wayne Airborne got up. Miller had a quietly good second half here, not in the scoring, but more in the defensive aspect of the game. Had a couple of blocks. Miller and Cecil diving for the ball. Look at the foul on Miller. That foul will be on Baltzy, who's getting her first minutes of the game, and she'll go to the free throw line.
At the line, shooting 2 for the Canadians, number 21, Spina Baltzy.
Hear the bounce of the basketball through your speakers, and the first one up and good there from Baltzy. 74-50, 24-point lead, down to 1:06 left. That second one is good as well. Here's Miller. Miller drives to the left, out to Donahue. Moskane, she'll try a 3. Sophia Moskane off front iron, no good. Rebound here from Hernandez. Down to 50 seconds. Remind you, post-game, joined by assistant coach John Nicolay and our BG Falcon Food and Drink Guide player of the game, Paige Kohler. Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, and Foster Ross have also the post-game show on Falcon Radio that concludes a 3-game day on Falcon Radio. We had Miami, Toledo, then we had Bowling Green volleyball taking on Ohio. Got a big win there. And now we had some basketball action here in Anchorage, Alaska. Beautiful place, and it's been quite the week for this team to experience, but it's been a night to forget on the basketball floor. 25-point lead here for Alaska. 30 seconds left and counting. 75-50 is the score. Shot clock and game clock, about a millisecond separates them. Got 8, Cecil, Gardnoa, and they're gonna take this one all the way down. No shot will be taken on this one. And the shot clock violation here with .3. Shamil and head coach will shake their hands with .3 seconds left. Bowling Green will inbound this one, and that's how this one will finish. Bowling Green will play in the third place game. They will face the loser of St. Thomas against University of Alaska Anchorage. 75-50 is your score, a 25-point loss here for Bowling Green. We'll take a quick step aside. When we come back, I'll be joined by assistant coach John Nicolay. I'll turn it over to Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, and Foster Rasta in the Cooling Center and Falcon Radio. Don't go there. Listen to Bowling Green Women's Basketball here on Falcon Radio.
Welcome to the Cooling Center for the Falcon Media Sports Network women's basketball post-game show as UC Irvine defeated Bowling Green 75-50. Trey and Foster, maybe one of you wants to go through a little recap here of what went down in the game.
Well, it's crazy to say that Bowling Green, Paige Kohler, was the leading scorer of the entire game with 18 points after, having a little bit of a struggle in the first half.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where the team just came out of the gate slow. 3 points in that first quarter. They got 15 then second. But coming out of that third quarter, UC Irvine put up 27 points and the Bowling Green only put up 15. It's one of those things where, out of the start of the game, out of those breaks, they've really shown up slow and not really been ready to go.
Shooting 23% from the floor and 16.7% from the three-point land is not going to cut it. And meanwhile, UC Irvine, 42.6 from the floor and 30.8 from the three-point line. So, UC Irvine really gave it to Bowling Green that second half.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where UC Irvine took 10 less shots from three. They really made their way down into the paint and got the easier shots because they were struggling from three. And that's something I'd like to see Bowling Green do more of as we, continue on this season, not rely on the three-point shot as much. You're going to see these kinds of rough shooting nights. There's a lot of travel, so that's something I'd like to see them clean up.
One thing I want to point out from this game, Bowling Green in the second and fourth quarter kept it pretty close. They scored 15 to UC Irvine's 18 and 17 to the 15. So second and fourth quarter pretty close, but in the first and third, they had a deficit of 12 in both those quarters. So how do you think they find more consistency as the game goes on, and especially in this case, it's offensive consistency?
Well, it's something that Bowling Green's been lacking all season long so far, being cold, shooting the basketball a lot. But I'm looking at it right now. Bowling Green continues to be out-rebounded by their opponents. In this game, it was 45-38. UC Irvine won that battle. And so the point of aggression, getting those offensive and defensive rebounds, Bowling Green just got to clean up, getting themselves better opportunities to get another chance at a shot.
And the other thing is they need to find someone who's going to establish a paint presence. Moxie, Woods, you need somebody down low who's going to help establish that paint presence, establish a quick, easy, they can dump it down in the paint, they lay it up, and you just start to see the ball go through the hoop. That can really open up everything for the team.
Well, we'll take a short break here and talk about more of what the Falcons can fix moving forward as they lost 75-50, but stay tuned for more post-game coverage. Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network post-game show. Now, continuing on our conversation, Foster, you had talked about getting players more involved in the paint because majority of Bowling Green's shot attempts were from beyond the three-point line. How do you think they scheme that up more going forward?
Well, I think one of the big things you can do is just pick and roll action, getting that started early in the play clock, getting a set high screen, off-ball movement, backdoor cuts, all those type of things with your bigs, Moxie and Cook, can really open up the offense. And then at that point, you can start using those picks. And because the teams have seen you run through those paint dives, they'll start to collapse the paint, and then you can kick it out to a corner.
And Trey, do you, based off Foster's point, do you have anyone in mind that you think should take that lead role in, being the focal point on offense inside the three-point arc?
Yeah, well, I mean, one point I was going to make earlier is how, Bowling Green needs more production out of their bench and role players. When we're looking at previous games, Kyle Woods been really nice offensively, only having 3. And Gherkin not having a single point after taking several shots today. So looking at kind of those two, if you're talking about cut-in lanes, Kyle Woods is great at getting the basket. And so if they can implement some more of that in their offense, it's going to be huge. But as a whole, Bowling Green needs to get more of their role players involved offensively.
Yeah, and getting role players involved, one of the best ways to get those bench players involved, get them easy looks, kind of get them into the flow of the offense so that when they do come in, they can know that they'll have these quick, easy shots they can get to. Then they can really help to open up the offense more from behind the arc because you had a lot of players take threes today, but only 2 players made them. Kohler and Fern were the only 2 to make threes for your team today.
Yeah, I mean, Bowling Green needs to continue to rely on the shot making because you got to hope at some point they're going to get hot and they're going to have a ton of shots rain down consistently.
Yeah, and that's what stuff will happen. It'll go, you'll have these bad shooting nights and you'll see them, but they'll work through them and get better shots.
And now Paige Kohler is our BG Food and Drink Guide player of the game. Lucas Kleinmeyer will be with her in a few moments alongside assistant coach John Nicolay. But for now, too, talking about our player of the game, Paige Kohler, how do you think she gets going a little more without these slow starts? It is her second game of the year where she has reached 18 points, but it was majority in the second half when BG was already out of the game. How do you get her specifically going?
I think you get her going in the paint first. Layups, easy shots, get her to the free throw line. She had 6 attempts. Get her those easy shots so she can see the ball going through the basket because then once you get that confidence up, once you get that kind of rhythm going into shooting, into game speed stuff, then you're going to start to hit those threes at a little bit higher consistency.
It starts with getting those shots and finding those early. Against Marquette, Paige Kohler really struggled defensively or facing the defense that Marquette had on her. And so Bowling Green's got to do a better job at putting herself in a better option and spot to score.
And one of the other big things I'd say is we need to figure out who's going to be the second option on offense. Everyone knows Kohler's going to be the high scorer for this team. She's going to be looking for offense time in and time out. Somebody else needs to step up. Donahue's been doing a great job of stepping up on the offensive end, 10 points tonight, but you need some other production from another player. Somebody has to really pick up and be that next offensive point.
Well, we'll take a short break here, and Lucas now has assistant coach John Nicolay with him. We'll throw it to Lucas right now.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. Joined now by assistant coach John Nicolay. Coach, I know not the result. Obviously, team wanted. I just wanted your opening thoughts on the game.
Yeah, we've got to find out and figure out a way to have a little better start in the first quarter. That's kind of been our bugaboo all season long. Even when we start the season when the win down to Louisiana, it was still a very slow start down there. So that kind of put us behind the 8 ball to start. We dug ourselves a pretty big hole, and we got to figure out a way to quit doing that.
Can you talk to us a little bit more about the shooting from beyond the perimeter, beyond the arc? I know it wasn't a good night shooting the 3 ball, but was it just that shots just weren't going in, or was it something else?
Yeah, no, we had pretty clean looks early on, and they didn't go in. I felt like when they didn't see it go in, we pressed a little bit, but we were doing a little bit too much over penetrating, and the windows were closing too early for us to get the ball where we needed to get it, swing the ball around, make the defense work in our favor. A little too much dribbling against the zone tonight for us to get the shots we needed to get.
Gotcha. What do you want to see for the team, both either small things or just more big picture things? It's a quick turnaround. You have under 24 hours before you face one of the 2 teams that are warming up right now, St. Thomas and Alaska.
Yeah, tomorrow. I mean, we're looking for get 5 on the floor that are going to give us a really solid effort out there. Just cleaning up some fundamental things that are kind of hurting us a little bit. It's just putting us in situations that is kind of putting us behind the 8 ball. But we've got to come out tomorrow and figure out who we're playing after this game's over with, and turn it around and get ready to go.
Will do. Coach, as always, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We'll be joined by our BG Falcon Food and Drink player of the game, Paige Kohler, and momentarily. But right now, we'll throw it to break here. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball postgame show here on Falcon Radio.
Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network post-game show as Bowling Green lost to UC Irvine 75-50. Bowling Green will face the winner of, the loser of St. Thomas versus Anchorage tomorrow at 9:15. That will be covered by the same studio show, except Trey Kennedy with me today will be in my position, and instead of Foster Rosti, we will be joined by Sam Bork. Lucas Kleinmeyer will also be on the call for that one as well. And Foster, actually, we are not going to go to you we will go to you for Around the MAC, as we are still waiting to see if we will get a post-game interview with Paige Kohler. We'll see. But Foster, now, Around the MAC, what do you have?
All right. So in other women's basketball in MAC, Northern Illinois beat Southern Indiana University at Edwardsville 49-30. Low-scoring match for those 2 teams. As we talked about a little earlier, Miami lost to Toledo, Ohio, in a 5-set match in the volleyball tournament that's going on. That started tonight. And Bowling Green defeated Ohio in that same volleyball tournament 3-1. And then you have not much else. There's not a lot of MAC action going on tonight. Action, as we like to call it. It's been a slow night, but a lot of really good things. But to wrap it up, men's basketball, like we touched on earlier, UMass lost to Charleston 69-65. Akron beat Iona 96-75. Eastern Michigan defeats Oakland 97-91. And Northern Illinois defeats Loyola Chicago 76-59.
anything else stand out from that for you, or not really, as there wasn't as much action going on during our match?
There wasn't much going on during our match, but earlier in the day, that UMass Charleston men's basketball game, I was able to watch some of it. UMass was giving Charleston a lot of problems on that defensive end first. They were able to really hang with them and make it a really tough, close game as the end pulled up to it. They were tied a couple of times with 2 minutes remaining. UMass has a chance to make a really good statement this year with their first year in the MAC.
And overall, tough night for Bowling Green, but exciting for the volleyball team as they got their win. They continue tomorrow, and I believe our hockey also won tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So overall, still a good night for BG.
Oh, absolutely. Hockey getting a win is always good. They've been, always a staple at this community and this college. They're always going to be such a great team to watch. Tomorrow versus Western Michigan, I believe, for the volleyball team. Obviously, last year they bounced us out in the playoffs. There'll be a nice, there's a nice little rivalry there between the two colleges. Then that's not just in volleyball. That's in a lot of sports. These two teams really, when they play each other hard. They're always going to play each other tough. So, a lot to tune in for tomorrow with the volleyball team.
We'll take a short break here, and then we'll wrap up our post-game coverage here on Falcon Radio. Okay, we are back for Falcon Media Sports Network post-game show as BG women's basketball lost to UC Irvine in the Great Alaska Shootout. Any final thoughts for Trey or Foster about tonight's match and looking forward to tomorrow, whether they face St. Thomas or Anchorage?
Well, I think we both hit it on the nose. Bowling Green's got to find other go-to players outside of both Kohler and Donahue who they can go to on any moment in the game and on the floor that can make an impact, and they have got to find a way to find their offensive rhythm fast and quicker in each game that they play.
And I think one of the ways you can really work into that new offensive rhythm is maybe try out a couple different sets with a couple different players in new positions. If you're running something with Donahue at the point, maybe move her to a different position and let somebody else run it, just to change things up a bit, just to see what else you have there. It's still very early in the season. You have MAC play still come up, and that's when the real battles are going to start. So you have chances to really try out new things, and maybe that can help offense to reach new levels.
Well, it certainly was a tough night for the Falcons, but they will be playing tomorrow. We should be in this same studio as well, as there will be more volleyball action on WBGU in the studio right next to us. But for Trey Kennedy, Foster Rostai, Lucas Kleinmeyer in Alaska, and all the great people of Falcon Media Sports Network and Falcon Media, I'm Adam Duffin. Have a good night, BG fans.